are. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GameSpot's coverage, E3 2014. I'm Chris Waters, taking over for the stage here. Happy to join you here on GameSpot.com or Twitch, wherever you're watching us. We're glad to have you, and I'm super excited because my two guests right now, the co-founders of Sledgehammer Games, are here to talk about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It's Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield. Gentlemen, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
Thanks for having us,
So
man.
excited to have you guys here, especially after that dynamite trailer you showed during the Microsoft press conference yesterday.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
How's the reaction been to that?
It's been phenomenal. People have been coming up to us and just saying great job, and it got a lot of people jazzed, you know?
Absolutely, and I can speak for GameSpot folks. We were all in our HQ watching it and like tweeting and all that.
Right.
Every time a new little gadget came out, you double jumped. You had this gadget, you had that, and we'll go through those today. Hopefully we'll get to see those and talk about them.
Absolutely.
I think so.
Oohs and ahs, man.
Yeah, thank you for that. And you said trailer, but that was Xbox One
was
running
part of a
software.
level.
I mean, that was our level. That's the opening of the game. So it's
Yep.
pretty special for us to show that yesterday to open the show.
And I remember that skyline just filled like all these
Yeah.
buildings with neon, and like the detail that was not just the one that's in front of you.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
deep. Yeah.
That's what the next gen can bring you. That's what 3 years of development can bring you. Just all that detail and all that research that we put into it.
All right, well, let's get into it here. We're going to take a look at the footage we saw yesterday, starting off in Seoul, South Korea.
Yep.
And the situation does not go well for these guys.
No, you're in
when
a
they're
drop
dropping
pod.
in.
You're dropping about 70,000 feet into Seoul. There's about 10,000 guys dropping into Seoul now. But
this
you
is
go
really-
a little off course.
This is the introduction of being the advanced soldier, right? A tier 1 operator of the future, and everything it brings, showcased by the EXO, and just what that means to you as a player and how it changes Call of Duty.
And, you know, some things about combat, when you get more advanced tech, they change drastically. But other things, like stuff going wrong in battle,
Yeah.
never changes.
That's right. You know, even with talking with our tier 1 guys who are consultants, they'll tell us things go wrong, you know?
It is
And
true, in
come-
fact.
come
They
bouncing
said,
off a building.
we asked him, I remember we were asking our SEAL, and he said, yeah, you guys don't show things going wrong enough, because that's what
Yeah.
happens on the battlefield. So clearly, things are going wrong
So we
here.
start off with showing something wrong.
And so we start off and we get an early look at the exosuit. And that's the
Right.
the thing that lets you do a long jump, do a hard melee attack, do
Yeah.
that double jump. And
Jump.
this
It's a
is,
game changer, man.
and that's what I'm getting at is so many things across the Call of Duty series have been changes to weapons, changes to setting, but this seems like the first time it's really been a change to player capability, to player movement.
Yep.
You're right.
And I mean that just opens up a whole new world for you guys in terms of level design and stuff like that.
It really does. You know, coming out of Modern Warfare 3, we had a great time working on that game, but we heard loud and clear we needed to innovate. And so, the EXO and the Advanced Soldier really came to life right after we got done with MW3. And
Yeah.
the boost jump, which was one of our first prototypes with the EXO almost 3 years ago, before, the EXO became pop culture through Elysium, and, it was sort of a game changer, as Glenn describes it. It gives
Yeah.
you strength and speed, and just it opened up a whole new world for us.
And so, a lot of the variety throughout Call of Duty campaigns past has sort of been level by level. You're in this specific scenario, it's going to play out with
Right.
these sort of parameters. But this is the kind of thing that, you could conceivably have through most of the game, and that really makes you guys rethink, I guess, what kind of combat situations you're putting the player in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variety in this game as well, but yeah, the exoskeleton opens up a whole bunch of stuff. We're talking about the grappling hook and cloak, but we also have an upgrading system. So at the end of each level, you've earned some points to put into your exo, and kind of design it the way you want to play it.
So you customize, are you talking about, leaning into a more mobile class or a more powerful class, or
It depends. If you want to have faster reload, you want to be a little faster, you want to be stronger, those sorts of things.
And this is now you're on the ground floor. You've entered really the battle between North Korea and South Korea, right? Call of Duty's about ripped from the headlines.
You see a whole bunch of new stuff there, huh?
And North Korea and all the tension with South Korea has finally sort of kicked off this epic battle set, 40 years in the future.
And one of the first thing I noticed actually that you see playing out right on the gun here is this is that 3D printing bullets
Yeah,
gun that
exactly.
you guys were teasing before.
Yeah.
That's right.
I had read about it, and then all of a sudden I see that little the bullet filling up and that number ticking.
That's
and
right.
Right.
It's one of the many cool little tech touches you guys packed into
Yeah, we
this
have a
gameplay.
lot. We've even added a brand new class of weapons called the directed energy weapons, which you'll see later.
Now, Call of Duty is about, being relatable and grounded, and so everything you're going to see is grounded in the research that we know is happening today. So the 3D printed weapon, the HIMAR here, the walking tank,
yeah.
I mean, directed energy weapons, the smart grenades. This is not science fiction. This is Call of Duty. This is stuff that we know is in development today, will be on the battlefield tomorrow.
Yeah, you can watch YouTube videos of this stuff being prototyped.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of research with the 3 years, and that's
There
what
it is, that
Michael
first
said it
double jump.
before, no science fiction.
Yeah, in fact, there was a article on Yahoo a couple weeks ago about, the introduction of the first EXO to the Army. Like, basically announced Iron Man is here, right?
Really?
Prototype now in the battlefield in 2 years. So what you see here is what the future of battle looks like.
And it's terrifying.
And
Look
it's
at all
a
the
little scary.
explosions, and look at these.
Here
This
comes the
swarm.
drone swarm, yeah.
I gotta say, possibly the most unexpected thing. It's just a swarm
Cool.
of drones,
Right.
but they have that kind of flocking
Yep.
mentality, like
Exactly, yes.
algorithm or
Yeah,
whatever's
yep.
in there.
But here we go. Here's a new feature as well. You can go up and grab an open door because you've got that strength that comes with the exoskeleton. And they're going to bash it a little bit, but at least you're protected.
This next
Yeah.
section is pretty exciting too. It'll show you a whole bunch of. It's going to start off with one of our brand new grenade types. It's called threat detection, and it really helps you identify the combat on the field. So your variable grenade, you move it over threat detection, sends an IR feed back to your augmented reality, and there you go. You know what's going on.
And then boom, and then a little bit later we see this sort of like, just kind of toss it up in the air and the grenade figures out. It's
Smart
like,
grenade.
Oh, I'm gonna go blow up over there. That seems like a good plan.
Right. We got the new shotgun, and we're going to go behind a mobile turret.
Yeah, what is this firing? Because it looks like there's almost these sort of sonic repercussions or percussions coming out of it.
Yeah, that was one of our new shotgun types, and as Glenn mentioned,
and here
this
we
is
go.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Directed
a
energy
new
right
directed
there.
energy weapon.
And we're behind a mobile turret right now. You might notice as soon as you go into ADS, the window pops down.
Oh, I noticed.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's one of these
There we
things that you
go.
watch and you're just like, oh
New
man.
at every corner, right? New at every corner.
Yeah.
A lot of detail, man, you know?
All
And
right.
This,
So yeah,
this is a mobile platform that what they do is they fly in really quick, they level a whole bunch of people, and then they take off. So we found one, and we've got to take it out before it goes.
okay. So is this one right here? Or
Yeah, it's almost like a Scud missile of the future. You know how they would fire a Scud and then they would go hide?
Uh-huh.
And this can take off really quick. We found one, and we got to take it out.
Okay, because that's what's causing serious problems for you guys dropping in.
There you go.
Heavily armored, so you
Yeah.
have to. You found an access panel, and you're going to sabotage it essentially. And again, something goes wrong.
Yep. And of course, Call of Duty the series, no stranger to dramatic moments for soldiers, tragic moments for soldiers. What is the, what? Can you give us an idea of sort of the personality of the soldiers you guys are writing into this game?
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that we did spend a lot of time on as well has been the story. And we try and have compelling, rich characters because we want people to engage in it. And that's one of the things we're doing here. We're trying to show the camaraderie. Now, in this case, we'll wait for this moment a bit, but yeah, this is Private Mitchell. This is the guy that you're going to be taking through the whole game. Mm-hmm. We don't switch from character to character. So here he's got a little flesh wound.
Yeah, it was a little surprising when, he gets evac'd,
Yeah.
but
Well, you can notice even on his face, we can start to show the emotion when he realizes what has happened, right?
he's like, oh, yeah,
like,
all right.
"Ooh, man, that's
you're
gonna
gonna be
hurt."
fine.
Yep.
We're going to get you a robo arm or something future techie, no doubt.
Or maybe just one arm.
Or maybe just one arm in it.
We love that scene because it
there it
really
is.
showcases the power of emotions in our next generation sort of facial capture. That
He cries
really-
almost every time he sees it.
I do. It's true.
Getting choked up. Well, you've got, Glenn here he's with you. He's your
Yeah,
rock.
I'm the rock, yeah.
All right, we do have a couple questions coming in over Twitter, of course. George McDeal wondering about split-screen multiplayer on Xbox One. And, folks, this is the way these things go. If you saw a single player at the press conference, that's probably what we're talking about today. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, I'll let him answer that one.
Well, yeah. Look,
what do you got for us, Michael?
Yeah. Well, we are going to have multiplayer.
Sure.
Shocking. But we can't really talk about it. But what we can tell you is everything you saw in that demo, everything that you've seen in the trailers, the possibilities of advanced Tier 1 technology brought to multiplayer and co-op. Let your imagination run wild.
And what's that I hear? Yes, that's the sound of thousands of imaginations running wild and groaning at that silly joke that I just made.
It's okay. Look, we want to talk about
soon
it.
we'll talk about it, right?
Yeah, we want to talk about it more than anyone.
Of
Campaign
course.
time.
But so you guys, we got a little more time here, so let's talk about campaign a little bit more. That setting is the North-South Korea conflict. Is that sort of the major focal point, that battle, that war, or is it, Call of Duty tends to take things a little bit more global?
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a head fake, but what we really wanted to do in this game when we set up the story was to show the rise of the PMC, or the Private Military Corporation, because that's sort of ripped from the headlines, a corporate military growing. And that's where we have a lot of focus. That's where we've got Kevin Spacey as the head of the PMCs.
Yeah, of course, and he's conspicuously absent from this here. I guess you guys probably wanted to show some action, right?
Yeah. I just threw that in there.
Yeah, he just dropped Spacey. That's all you do now, right?
Yeah.
You go anywhere you go, you just do the Kevin Spacey
Sometimes
name drop.
I just call him Kev.
And look, to be honest, though, Kevin Spacey's involvement, it's not a PR stunt. It's not a headline grabber. It's about bringing impactful performance and really rich narrative. And, man, he is awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
when we wrote the story, you always have the characters in mind and he was the guy that we had in mind for Irons, and to be able to go out and get him really shows the power of Call of Duty, but man, has he added so much.
And that's the thing, you guys were sort of mentioning, that realism of facial capture technology. Are we at the point where the tech is so good, the tech is just so good,
it is.
that it almost becomes, more about the performance of the actor.
Absolutely.
So the tech has sort of reached the point where it is a little bit more invisible, and that the actor is more important.
Yeah.
The facial stuff now is so important when we're doing the capture.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, look, Kevin gets in fully suited up, and he gets in there, and he delivers world-class performances like we're used to out of him. And it elevates everybody around him. And so now you're absolutely right. It's not the technology, although the technology is incredible. And to be on the Avatar 2 stage where Cameron's filming and then we're filming is awesome.
And to now tell us all secrets about Avatar 2.
I'll tell you about Avatar's multiplayer in a minute. But it's really about the performance of the actors. And really, who better today than Kevin to bring Jonathan Irons to life?
Yeah.
Yeah? You ready? Suit you up? Very nice.
Why not?
Michael, Glenn,
Red shirt.
thank you guys so much for coming on, talking some Advanced
Thanks for having
Warfare.
us.
You're having a great showing at E3 so far. May it continue. Fare thee well.
Thank you so much. Thank you all the fans.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
thanks to
we
GameSpot.
didn't talk about a release date yet, did we? You guys don't have one solid yet?
November 4th. But pre-order
November
now,
4th.
right? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Pre-order now at any time before November 4th.
Well, there's
All right.
free gifts.
Gifts, you shower them.
Yes.
So generous of you, gentlemen. All right, thank you again. Folks, we're going to be back live on this stage with another titan of the FPS genre, Halo. But first, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights from Nintendo Direct, their press conference this morning. It's a Mario Maker, to build your own Mario levels, and something else, which I totally forgot. And you're going to find out about right now.